How do you see the layoff events? Any concerns? That's a good question. What do you think, Todd?
So by the way, I'm not an economist. I don't know any of this stuff. Obviously, the world's had a lot of events in the past 2 or 3 years, and I think the layoffs could be as a result of all of those events. And although I will tell you, I read an interesting news article in the morning that was like, by the way, don't listen to anybody because nobody knows, right? So I want to relate this to what's happening with the economy. I'm not an economist. I don't know. I mean, anytime there's a layoff, and layoffs specifically in the tech industry, it's cause for some eye-opening concern. I don't know. I don't think that we have that yet. But I do think that there's just some odd things, just odd times that we're really trying to recover from, and are still kind of in to some extent. So I don't know. That's about as good of an answer as I have, is that I don't know. Right.
I think we're always concerned about the people impacted. Right. So first and foremost, there's a lot of good people caught up in these things. I'm going to make this a little more specific. We are seeing reports where companies are specifically targeting Agile groups and then removing them. I think my camera froze. And that's somewhat concerning, right? So, that's never a fun thing to have happen. But I think, there we go. I think that what we can do is look at the things that we control, right? And I think that's where I've always, when I've been I spent 20 years as a full-time employee in the Fortune 500 in various companies. And so what I always tried to keep in mind, and here's just advice, because I'm not an economist either. I wanted to always remember that my company is not a family. These are not my friends. They don't owe me anything, and I don't owe them, other than that I am trading my time and talent for treasure. The 3 T's of being an employee. I'm trading time and talent, and they are giving me treasure or money or benefits. And that is the deal. And that is always the deal. And so while you're in that position, you're also trying to make sure that you're not at risk. So you're leveling up through training, through books, through podcasts, through YouTube, and you're getting better, and you're networking, and you're keeping your eyes and ears open to opportunity, because you're only trading time and talent for treasure. And if you keep that in mind, and those are the things that you can control, I think you then tend to get through these events a little easier. I've been laid off and been out of work for a number of months. Todd, you've been in that situation as well. It's a struggle. It's uncomfortable. But if you've built your talent, you're always going to have work. Yeah. And so I think focus on what you can control. Try to zoom in from the crazy media and the news. Look, the news is just trying to work you up. Yeah. Just focus in on your family, focus in on your time and talent, and make that your priority. What do you think, Todd?
Yeah. I think you said it all there. This is a great time to skill up, and to go back to the whole T-shaped thing, right? Yep. You have a skills set, I'm sure, that you're very, very deep in, and then you might have 2 sides. This is a really great time to make sure that you're building some anti-fragility, so that your whole thing isn't Agile, or your whole thing isn't just a coder, right? You have a little bit of a dip anywhere there, so that you're diversified enough to have that skill set going into the marketplace if something would happen, to bounce back fairly quickly. So we'll see. It's early on in 2023 here. I tend to be an optimist, a cautious optimist. Maybe not. Maybe more. I might be more pessimistic, right?
I think which one I think you and I are aligned in that we're realists. We just look at the data and we try to make a new and better decision. And right now the data is pointing in a decent direction. And so we're going to continue doing what we're doing. But we're always watching, and we're trying to make sure we adapt when we need to.